Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, they finally put it out. Well, I mean, news of it.
How about
It
that?
does exist.
Big
Did you play 4?
yes.
Okay. But not Apocalypse, same as me. Where
Exactly.
Apocalypse came out super late.
Exactly. Um, all that it's dead, it's over, it's not happening. It's here. Yay, they did it. They announced it. Thank
It
God.
exists.
And it seems to check all the boxes. I only really know 4 that I know the others from observation and from watching Shmup God Pat play and things like that. But the check marks appear to be there in terms of your protagonist, your depressing Tokyo, your order, your chaos, and go fuck yourself God energy.
Yeah.
All present.
So I have a really bizarre background with that series where I played 3 and hit Matador and quit like half of all people who ever played Nocturne, and then I beat 4, and then I went and found old text LPs, with like screenshots
The
of the
original
first 2 games.
Something Awful LPs.
Yeah, format, and read those. So 5 is really exciting for 2 reasons. One, it exists. That's very exciting. I like it when it exists. But 2, 1, 2, and 4 had a little swerve there at the very beginning. But you go to Tokyo. You go to a recognizable, if fucked up Tokyo, right? 3 went for this nightmare blasted apocalyptic hell fuck landscape, like barren wasteland nuked into dirt.
The city above, enclosing itself above you with that kind of halo energy of why is the ground going upwards? Yeah.
But everything that's not like a city street is like a deserted fucking blasted shithole. And it looks like we're gonna go back to that kind of nightmare energy with the 5th one, so that'll be nice.
We only saw the I'll call it the Jonathan Desert, and we saw the I mean, it's clearly that's only one game, obviously, I know, but we saw that, we saw Tokyo, and then
we saw Lucifer.
Yeah. I'm we haven't seen where the battleground will take place just yet,
Yeah.
But Kaneko art style intact.
I'm already percolating my multiverse. Which sequel is this? Shenanigans, because in this one, Lucifer's right there and being like, God is dead. Fuck God, which means it has to be a sequel to a Chaos ending.
Is Steven
somewhere?
Is Steven gonna roll up? How is this gonna play out?
Oh, could we get a voice acted Steven? Oh, that'd be super.
So, any other company at this point in time would have started remaking the franchise, but because Atlas appears to hate money, that's not likely going to happen soon.
SMT1, the basis for this entire franchise, will stay obscure and stay bad to play.
I mean, it is kind of crazy just how much groundswell something can get while still being pushed beneath the ground, as it were. Yeah, the idea to never even remotely attempt it in any modern context, it's you kind of have a thing that people like, dudes, and they're willing to spend money on it if you give them a chance to. Golden just dropped on PC. Why the fuck would they go back and look at anything else at this point? It's kind of nutty. I really do wish that at some point in the near future, somebody starts working there that just kind of slaps them around a bit and goes, hey guys, people want to buy these games,
And then they get slapped back going, no, they don't. And he goes, but why? But why you slap me?
Like, you know how people super love like these Persona games you're making? They
No.
probably they probably really like the ones you already made before this too. You know, they'd probably really like the original franchise, and like they clearly still have the mainline numbers coming out. But you know what? You know what though? Like let's not forget that it's kind of a miracle in the sense that like 5 and Nocturne both dropping is already a shock. Is there any confirmation on Dante status?
Yes. And the answer is no.
Damn Capcom.
I can confirm it for you personally, because in the SMT Nocturne HD trailer, you see Raido Kuzunoha, which is Dante's replacement in
For the non-Dante version.
which was for the Maniacs edition, I want to
Okay.
say it's called, which was
Okay.
the re-release when they stopped having the rights to Dante.
Okay, that would explain that. Because I saw that and I'm like, what the fuck is Raido doing there? And I didn't know that he was the replacement.
He's got a sword and a gun.
Yes,
He is
I
being a
didn't know
direct
that.
stand-in.
I didn't know that they had a Dante-less version. That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, to be perfectly honest, like, yeah, that's a equally badass like individual to guest star in your
Direct
game.
analog.
It's perfect, and it comes from your world, so that's a really good pick. Good job.
So
on that.
I just went and checked, because we're talking about like obscurity and in the dirt. You can read Digital Devil Story in English. The 1987 80s sci-fi horror novel called Digital Devil Story Goddess Reincarnation,
How about that?
which is the basis. But apparently 5 years ago you couldn't. Because I found old threads from like 3, 4, 5 years ago from GameFAQs, people going like, "Can you read this in English?" No.
It's a weird sentence to utter, but there's little bits and there's times when I wish Atlas would take a page out of Square's book. And you know, porting your games forward would be one of those things, I think. Because you said that,
Just
and
porting them.
I thought you were gonna end that sentence with Digital Devil Saga, and I was gonna go like, oh yeah, right. There's 2 of those things that they could bring forward as well.
No, fuck you. No. Those games will die on the PS2.
There's so
where
many,
they deserve.
There's so
language
many
and obscurity
games that just they don't want you to play. They really could. They really could take a page out of that book and just port shit, guys. Or better yet, if you don't want to do it, if you don't like, if you're too busy or whatever, find a company that you really, really trust and ask them to do it. You know?
What is this trust thing?
Like Blue Point?
But what is this trust? Atlas knows not what you described. Atlas only knows suspicion.
Yeah. Imagine an amazing porting company from the UK is like, we can do it. And Atlas is like, fuck you.
Woolie, this is the company that asked everyone not to talk about Persona 4's story a couple weeks ago when Golden dropped on Steam.
It's baffling. It really is baffling. But hey, today's a good day for SMT. And that's awesome. That's awesome news. Really excited.
Yeah,
about
I
that.
saw there's a guy on Twitter that's going to staple his balls to his thighs if SMT5 gets announced today.
Right on.
And you can hold him to that.
FYI, it was not apparent because this news for these Shin Megami games came from the Nintendo Direct, but Nocturne is also coming to PS4.
Oh, sick.
So if you go straight to the Mega 10 Twitter account, you see the original Japanese announcement there with PS4 mentioned as well. So
yay.
5 seems to be Switch exclusive. 4 seems to be both. So there you go. Options, folks.
Put it on the personal computer, please. Please, please, please.
No mention of that.
I gotta say though, I watched that Switch Direct earlier today. I was up. That is my favorite version of the Switch Direct I have ever seen. Because
We
it is a
spliced the
Switch
trailers together into a video.
because it wasn't live. It was just a video they put up.
Yeah.
So like my feelings of disappointment lasted a total of 10 seconds as I scrolled through the video bar until I hit Nocturne, and then I scrolled past it to hit SMT5 and then just watched that within like 15 seconds of the thing going live.
Okay, I completely agree. I would like I know that the hype of the live announcement show is a thing, but I would take a trailer dump 10 times out of 10 personally for whatever and just go right to the things I care about, because for the things that you don't care about, you just have to sit there and fucking twiddle your balls and
slap your tummy.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know what to do.
For what it's worth, though, since you're jumping in there,
yeah, I'm jumping in there.
The Cadence of Hyrule trailer was also rad. Good DLC coming for that. It's a good game and it's getting good DLC, so that's cool. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, yeah, big SMT stuff, hot out the gate. I am, I don't know. I keep going back to it, but it's like, because I'm just like, maybe in some way, in some world, like 5 will do good, and then 5 final will be pretty good too, and then they'll be like, hey, we don't have to wait that long, or rather, it's going to take us some time before we do anything else, so consider these older games for your approval. A lot of people bought Nocturne. Maybe you might like this other game, and then they just start kind of, that'd be nice. It'd be nice. And I say this as someone
stupid?
I say this as someone who like needs to fucking get in there,
Woolie. First of all, it's miraculous that SMT5 is going to be simultaneous release. That's actually bananas.
Yeah, it is.
I think there was only one other game that was a simultaneous release or near simultaneous, and I think it was SMT4. It came out like 2 months later. That's right, guys. The weird, obscure part of the franchise that doesn't sell that great everywhere, that's the one we have to push for simultaneous. Not the super popular in the West one. No.
We need
wait a year for that.
We need a cutscene of like all the protagonists from every mainline game and every Persona game doing their combination final attack against the god of money. and watching it die, going, why won't you take me, why won't you accept me, as they slaughter it mercilessly.
And then they all look at each other and go, who are you? And then they go, I don't know, and then walk away from each other, never to speak again.
All out attack. Perfect. Yeah, well, anyway, I mean, there's other things that to go into in terms of that direct and the announcement and stuff, but we should, first things first, address our weeks.
Yes, we should. I'm so tired. I made the mistake of waking up early and then taking a nap before the podcast.
Yeah, that's always the beware the second swallow.
But the nap felt so good.
Punch Mom
felt so good to do.
Came and took a nap like, I don't know, maybe around like 7, 8-ish, and then woke up at like 11 something and went, oh shit, that wasn't a nap, that was a half sleep, and then tried to go to real sleep, and then your body's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then,
I've had some half sleeps lately. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Do you get and then like wakes up proper at like 5 a.m. going, well, I guess the day's starting at farmer hours,
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I didn't have too busy of one personally, besides the obvious, I'll say this: for a quick little hour, jumped on stream. Austin was raising funds for charity Equality Now, and basically, used the opportunity to get some Persona Ultimax runbacks going. So I popped in Ultimax, tried to dust off.
You crush him?
Yeah, I'd say it was a pretty. It went
balls
pretty strongly in my favor, but he had some good work. He put some work in there.
Who's he play anyway?
Naoto. And Naoto versus Akihiko is one of my favorite matches in all of fighting games.
Really?
As you can imagine, just one character is shooting the guns and laying the traps and running the fuck away from you, and the other character is dodging the traps and Dempsey rolling and moving in and rushing you down. And it's the ultimate game of cat and mouse with a gun. It's more fun than anything. I love it. Like, there's different versions of that I've played. I talk about Blanca versus Dalsim, or I don't know.
Everyone versus Dalsim.
Yeah, in some ways, or if you're whatever. There's Zoner versus Rushdown, but this is the best version of cat versus mouse with a gun. It reminded me a lot, as usual, every time you touch that game, that you're like, you touch it, you play it, you have a lot of fun, and then immediately upon stopping, you're once again brought with the same feeling we started the podcast on, which is, Atlas, what the fuck are you doing, guys? Like, you've done, like, this is sitting right here, and it's great, and it works, and
it's still my favorite Arc System Works game.
It's unbelievably fun, and there's just no reason for this to not be easier to play right now. It doesn't make sense. It's the work is done.
There's a thread going around earlier that, I mean, it's tangential, but it's like, is fighting games the genre that was the absolute worst prepared for quarantine? It's like, yeah, no question.
It's definitely the most embarrassing, based on the fact that it should have been like the best prepared. It's like online chess. You know what I mean? Like, what do you need to do?
Because I saw a lot of people talking like, "Oh, you want to play this fighting game?" It's like, can't play that one. That one's netcode is so bad it's unplayable. Can't play this one because fuck.
So
only like 3 or 4 fighting games you can play right now.
Yeah. So we I mean, we played, and Persona, it's like it's delay based. It is what it is. We played our matches, but yeah, it would be really nice to see anything brought forward from that. I don't know why Atlas hates money so much, but I was reminded of the exact same thing earlier, by playing it. But God, such a fucking good game, and you can't.
The game's incredible.
You can't finish it, or you can't like go play a set and then get off of it and not immediately start thinking about Part 5 movesets. You just start thinking about the Part 5 cast and what their moves would be like.
See, what I think about is not even the Part 5 cast. I think about the Part 4 cast given 2 extra years.
Plus time. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we've had this discussion before, and it goes to the same places.
And I want you to just be in the same clothes, just it's not a uniform, just same outfit, except the collar is now past his head. And he's like homeless.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like he peaked in high school, and he's just kind of scruffy and hasn't showered in a while, and he's begging for change.
To be perfectly real, you're describing Yosuke, not you.
No, I know exactly what Yosuke would be. Yosuke would have the fucking apron on permanent because he's working at the butcher shop.
Yeah.
At the Juness.
Mm-hmm. That's
permanently.
Yeah.
Because dad knew he was a washout at college, so he gave him the butcher job at Juness.
Anyway, playable Shido. You know what it is. You know how it looks. You know what form it takes. You know what music is playing.
Yeah, except it would be the second form Shido and
Of
not
course.
the first form Shido.
No,
And that
no, it would be the cool one. It would be the cool one. You know what it is. Anyway,
Wait, you think the muscle version is the cool one?
it would be the shirt coming off, and it would be let's go, you know. But anyway,